Here's your final breakdown. It was like this for both games. Possession very close. Look at the shots on goal, though. What a difference here in game 2. Brazil didn't have a single shot on goal. I mean, that's wild.
And look, can we just look at the yellow cards and red cards? Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Can we put that back? I didn't even realize that. Can you go back? Can we give us back a second?
Stop the violence.
Is that even correct? Do we even know? Did we get a tally?
Steve, tally. There we go.
Red cards, yellow cards. Hold on a second.
Wow.
15 yellow cards, if I'm doing my math. 8 red cards.
Red cards.
That's
what I was locked in on. I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
When did we get these totals?
4 of those were probably after the game was over, too.
Nope. Sonnet. By the way, there was a point at the end where I said, can we just get a Sonnet camp? Because if you watch, this is just a snippet of the Sonnet excitement. Here we go. Every 2 minutes, this is not wrong. Joe, you're not wrong. In fact, you're very correct. And just when you thought the game ended, it didn't, because they might be carding people right now in the locker room. Who knows? If we take a step back, we knew that we didn't maybe know it was going to look quite like that, right? But we knew that this was going to be a game where you had to fight them. You had to go at them. We knew it was going to be one-on-one. Right now, well, not right now, but when they go to fly back in a couple of hours, or whether that's tomorrow, to America, they split these 2 games. But Emma Hayes, is going to feel really good about the experience that her team got. That stadium, again, anytime we took these shots, we were like, this is incredible. It looks like a World Cup game tonight. Obviously, she said they can't win the World Cup tonight. This is another step. But when you look at what they did over the course of these 2 games, and I know, we're kind of getting caught up in the cards and how this sort of finished, but what do you take out of these 2 games in Brazil?
I think just the way they responded. I know they weren't happy with the way that the first game went, and to come back in here and to say, okay, we know it's still going to be ugly, but we made some changes, and those changes did an amazing job tonight. Think about Michelle Cooper. She started as a winger. In second half, she becomes the right back, and just the amount of effort that she put into battle and to do all the things that it's not pretty, but she got it done.
You have to learn how to win, and I think the Americans did that tonight. I thought it was a U.S. masterclass in how to kill off a game. They let Brazil self-destruct. They kept emotionally controlled for most of the match. I mean, they gave as good as they got, but they also, when they needed to, got shots in. Sophia Wilson gets that deflected goal. They leave with the win. Like, you have to learn how to win in the toughest environments, and that was it.
Yeah. We're looking at Michelle Cooper, one of the standouts from tonight. Defensively, the effort that she put in up and down that pitch was incredible.
Yeah, and now we have some depth at right back as well. Like, we were looking with Emily Fox coming off. Who was going to go in that position? We didn't know how her ankle was. Lily Reel can play on that right side as well, but that was a statement game for Michelle Cooper. And I think too, when you look at these 2 games, there is just nothing you can create that replicates that at home or anywhere really around the world. And so to get that, it really is a gift to get those 2 games and say, okay, now we know in a year's time, if we want to be the best in the world in Brazil against Brazil, then this is what we have to play against. And Emma even said, I'm surprised more teams don't go down there and play, because you just can't replicate it. And I think she'll be very pleased, and the team will have that experience now under their belt.
Yeah, she said you're missing out if you don't take the opportunity to go there and play them there. 6 of the last 7 games against Brazil have been decided by 1 goal. That is how close this series has really been. Can you imagine if it comes down to these 2 teams in the World Cup, the same way it did in the Olympics? But obviously, it's very different when it's being played on their home soil. And again, we can't say it enough. She knew going into this game how physical this game was going to be for the Americans to succeed in it, because I don't think that score really reflects how good the United States was. You look at this, Becky, I mean, it is punch after punch after punch, in the sense that Emma said some of these players have never kind of taken the first punch the way that they did in this trip to Brazil.
The lessons that were learned, Julie, like you said, they really are a gift. And they have talked about in CONCACAF, the refereeing, time wasting, all the shenanigans that can go in, and to learn how to deal with that and to find a way to win, it's so crucial and something that they're absolutely going to need next year in Brazil.
And another area I think they need too is just that leadership. We can't say enough about Heaps and Sonnet in both of those games. It takes a lot, right? The mental capacity to stay calm, not get caught up in all of it. And the U.S. did a really good job, and a lot of it is probably due to the fact of the leadership that was on the field as well.